Hi there, how are my beautiful humans, you amazing movers and shakers? This is Lesedi Ali, and welcome to the Lesedi Life podcast. So, in this episode, our question is so awesome. It's why I've got this huge smile on my face, is because I truly feel that I'm doing this. So, let's dive right in. The question of the hour is, what is your dream career? If you could do any career you wanted, anything you wanted, schooling wasn't an issue, there were no obstacles, there's nothing in the way, what would your dream career be? The first thing we want to identify when we're looking at this particular question is, are you aware of what your passions are about? Excuse me, what your dreams are. Are you even aware of those things to be able to place your dream career, your dream job, right? What are your passions? Do you know them? And then the other part of this also brings into awareness the idea of, what is this? Like moving into a space that allows you to be even just remotely close to doing that thing, right? There may be so many obstacles, so many ideas, so many this, that, or the other, and you just, go and do whatever job to get by. But if you really could, if it was really possible, can you take the first steps to your dream job, your dream career, right? Okay. My turn to share. Okay. So, my dream job would be teaching of some kind. And I don't have any one subject that I would want to teach. I have this passion to teach it all, right? And for each thing and each one, it's a little different, right? I get very emotional when it comes to, what I teach my children, what I'm going to teach my children, what I'm going to leave them with, what things they'll talk about in my absence, how they'll remember me if I left them with anything of value. I'm someone who doesn't have both of my parents on this earth, and our relationships were very odd, and I lost them in very sudden ways, my mother from cancer at 16, and my father just a year and a half ago. And I still hear his voice from things that he talked to me about, things that he left me with. And with my mom, it's more so her presence that I remember than her voice, and it's only when she was rooting me on or cheering me on that I can actually hear her voice in my mind. So I cherish the things that I learned from them, whether directly or indirectly, and I know that it shaped a large part of who I am, and it means so much to me. So to think that I will be that and have that, with it for my children, it's really important, it's really important to me. Needless to say, I love being a mom. That's probably my first job. My first dream job, for real. It's taxing, but I love being a mom. Okay, so anyway, being a teacher, right? So there's that aspect. Then I think about all the people that I'm able to help move through their particular processes on their spiritual journey. And I teach from this aspect, definitely still from the heart space and my intuition, but it's a different type of teaching because we're looking at the best and the worst parts of our life together. I can only understand what they're going through and what they've been through because I've been there and I've seen it and I felt it in some fashion. And that's the reason, I've gone through half the things I've gone through, I think, so I can be someone that got to the other side and help, bring other people through that tunnel. Not to say that I have to, I'm definitely no one's savior, but for me, I hadn't really had many people to identify with and say, wow, like they would get me. Or man, they've really been through a lot of the same things I have. Or, my favorite memory is when I was in a behavioral health center and just going through the most, okay? I don't want to be taking advice from those women. Be happy I have an arm, think of my coping mechanisms, be happy I can breathe. I am miserable. I am depressed. My life sucks. Do you not see what I've been through just recently? Like, what do you mean? Have you been through this? Have you been on the other side of the tracks at all? Like, no? Right? So it was hard for me to allow these women to pour into me or teach me anything about self-love and acceptance and becoming more of myself to combat depression or PTSD or battered wife syndrome, Who are you? So I feel in a very big way like being a teacher from experience is huge for me. Teaching people how to move through a process that feels very much like grief is big for me. It's so important. And then the other thing I love teaching, I think about teaching, well, no, not even the other thing. The ways in which I like to teach come out a lot when I think about this. And I say that because I think about the books and I think about my poetry and I think about conversations and I think about potting. Like, these are ways that I can share my gift of teaching and share my passion for teaching, share my experiences and what they've brought me through and what they've helped me to understand and wake up to, and in a lot of my experiences, when I'm going to find and see so many other people be able to move through their processes because they've been through the same experiences, and a lot of the things we've experienced can be so taboo. Like, you don't talk about those things, right? So you never know unless someone told you. I don't want to hide being a blessing, and I don't want anyone else to hide being a blessing to me. Okay? Whew. My heart. Okay, so was there anything else we wanted to cover with this topic? Oh, yes. Okay, so in looking at this aspect and how we would want to even execute it, are we even remotely close? Have we come anywhere near this thing, right? And I can remember at the beginning of my journey, like, how devastated I was to even think that I would move through it and get to the place where I would be talking to people, right? I saw it clear as day. I heard it clear as day from Spirit. You're gonna go talk to the people. I'm like, no, they're mean. I can't handle it. I'm a big baby. So, I started and I stopped and I started and I stopped and I started and I stopped because who am I? That's the first thing I would always think and say, right? Who am I? Why would people even listen to me? Why would they care? Right? And then, so I started small and, I just did little readings for myself and little intuitive practices for myself and little meditative things for myself. And then I started doing it for my friends and my family. And I had to make it what I knew it could be. And I've had so many ups and downs with staying consistent to the process of really living out my dream career, where I have more time for my kids and I get to teach and pour into others and I get to give them the knowledge that they need too. And I get to have flexibility and the joy of community, right? I would have never thought I'd be able to do this. I didn't, but it was definitely walking by faith most of the time. And when my faith wasn't strong enough, really kind of just sitting still until it was. So it's definitely helped me not forget who I am, right? Anytime I got wrapped up in the jobs, you know, working for other people, anytime I got wrapped up in the relationships, what can I do for other people? Anytime I got wrapped up even in my kids, you know, how can I be a better mom? Am I being a good enough mom? Oh my God, all the intrusive thoughts in motherhood. Oh my God. I got here, and I do think I'm here, and I'm just moving into the space of executing and moving in this career the way that I want to, you know, the way that I know I can. How long I've been stepping in my own way, you know? So what does all this look like for you? You know, I love to ask that question. Where I've spoken and where I've shared, what does this look like for you? What's your dream job? What's your dream career? If there was nothing in your way, what would it be? Are you anywhere near doing it? Right? Are you even aware of each other? Do you speak the same language? Are you on the same page, in the same chapter of the same book? So, yeah. Take that with you. Think about it. I have some other posts that are going to be coming up that's going to kind of tap into that some more too. I have this feeling, you know, God's really moving and doing something beautiful in all of our lives, separately but together, and I'm here for every minute of it. So I just want to offer you all the prayers, all the love, all the encouragement that you need in your now. Please like, share, and subscribe for more. All right? Namaste.